How's it going, guys? It's Ezra Spartan 7. As you can tell slightly by the video, you can see me in the background here, faded in half of black spots. That's because I'm recording in the daytime instead of doing my normal nighttime routine that I always do. But we're here again with, as you can see, Battle Heroes National. This is the 11th of April's episode. 11th of April's post, I should say. So let's get this started off, see what the Q&As are, and what the best clans are for this week. So the highest average XP using a tier 10 American tanks goes to Bicolor Flyer 46. I was just making sure I read that right. For the Germans, it's McLovin 97. For France, by Grizzly. And Chinese is F.E. Carter. Oh, and that looks like that's it. They didn't want to deal with the rest of them. Okay, that's weird. Very, very well wargaming. Clans with the best, with the average XP earned. 7F is up here. Looks like they're trying to get their number one spot back, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. IMTLS is kind of taking that over, and you guys are no longer the best. I mean, my clan's doing okay. Last time I checked, we were 33rd within the thousands of clans that's actually existing. So that's pretty nice to see. PS4, here we go. Any update for adding the damage counter for the HUD? Now, what these guys are on about when they ask this, if you've actually watched any Quickie Baby videos or anything like that, you'll sometimes see Quickie Baby will hint towards how much damage this player's done, and it will show. And rather, I think it's the top left of the screen. It should have like a list of how much damage you've done and what tank it is. And it's really, really freaking great to actually see that, because then you can rely on how much damage you have. You don't have to worry about waiting for the in-game results to see how much you did. And they respond with, I just bumped the ticket for that, so it should be in a release in a release or two from now. And by a release, they mean in an update, one or two away from the next one. Because I believe the next one is meant to be, I can't really remember, because we'll get into it in a bit. Any update for the trajectory views for the SPGs? Now, for anyone that is a huge World of Tanks fan and plays up artilleries like I do now, when you play an artillery, there's two views you have. You can either shotgun the fuck out of an enemy, or you go into the eagle-eyed view. But the trajectory view shows you on where your shell is going to fly, how it's going to fly. So it'll give you a rough idea of its flight of path. And it'll give you like a sort of mixed shotgun slash eagle view. It's kind of in between them two. And it's really helpful for artilleries to land their shells a bit more accurately. Because they can see if it's going to hit something, or will the shell clear the hill. And I've been having that problem a lot recently. I've been shooting and the fucking shell's been hitting the hills instead of going further where the tank said it would go. So it's still a work in progress while they're updating to 9.20.1. And finally, I said this in the last video, they kind of veered away from it, but it looks like they were talking about the next update again. So it looks like they're still doing some updates for the update itself. So maybe this is coming at the end of May. But it is starting to maybe confirm June. But we won't know until we see. Okay, this is kind of a big question. Will we ever see the hit point bars with numbers? Sometimes I would like to know if I could actually have the chance to destroy an enemy player with a single shot. And what this guy is asking for is when you battle, you'll obviously see like a green or red bar above the tank, and that'll be the guy's hit points. But you'll never know exactly how much they're on because there's no numbers within the bar. And apparently this guy doesn't like that option. So they have asked the UI team to look into the feasibility of doing this for a console, considering the TV's resolutions. Obviously, there could be some problems with some players' TVs not being able to support this. Me personally, I don't think that's actually going to be anything that I would want to see in the game. If you have a good enough strong tank, you know what it does anyway with its rolls. You know roughly what you're going to do damage wise. And if you don't kill the guy and you leave him on a smidge of health, well, that's fine. You just wait for the reload and go again and kill him. Or maybe if you're lucky enough, you'll have a teammate will come around the corner and support you and get rid of him before he gets you. How long does it take to introduce an emblem to the game that a player has suggested and has been approved? Once it's approved, it would end up in the next game version update, which are usually 6 to 8 weeks apart. So every 6 to 8 weeks, apparently we're meant to get an update. And the next update obviously could bring a new emblem that someone has suggested, which is quite nice. Or it might not bring one. But by the looks of it, 9.20.1, with them stating that they're still updating 9.20.1. So, obviously they are working on this. It is coming for console and it will be here very, very soon, which is nice. Because we're already hearing a lot more information. There's people all over Facebook are talking about what tanks are coming. There's already people within the game itself that are telling people what's all going to be happening, and it's very nice to know that people are still doing this. What the hell is this? Photo Masters of Animals. Recently we asked to forego tank warfare and instead stop to admire some of the nature in World of Tanks. The results was a set of stunning photographs showing a very different, very peaceful side to our game. Our lucky winners were Storm Draft, Tall Desert 34426, Strike Free R00, and Corporal Darren and Murren. I believe that is. I can't pronounce that last guy's name. Hopefully I got it right. With an honorable mention going to Bad One Rabbit. Have a look at some of our favorites. And that is, that's quite scary that people have actually managed to successfully take a photograph of the animals within the game. And then obviously that's the video heroes. Oh, here we go. I never used to do these. I'll start doing these in the next videos too. So this was, I don't know. That's a Battle Heroes. And I cannot see the gamer tag due to this fucking stupid slide thing here is in the way. Allied vehicles were destroyed. It was a lost game. But he was still able to get a high caliber medal, got the ace tanker, got a Top Gun medal, got a sharpshooter medal. I could see that one. And that looks to be a crucial contribution medal right in the middle there. So it looks like him and a platoon may have done Duelist. That's another one. I can't remember what these two medals are right here. But that's still not bad. It was a lost game. Almost 4K XP. Almost 50,000 silver. But look at this. Almost 8,000 damage. And he was in an AMX 13105. French's light tank. That is pretty freaking incredible. But yeah, that was the Battle Heroes for this week, guys. Hopefully the information that I have just shared with you guys is helpful in any type of way. Probably isn't, but I don't care. I like doing this little series because it likes me. No, sorry, it doesn't like me. It probably fucking hates me. But I enjoy doing this, letting you guys know who don't have the time to look on Wargaming site to read everything up. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you all on the flip side.